Hey guys, welcome to another online math class. This lesson will be a continuation of our learning in linear modeling, and we'll have a focus on analyzing graphs of linear models. So by the end of this lesson, our goal is to be able to read a linear graph, be able to determine the equation of a linear graph, and also finally be able to make predictions from linear graphs. I'll just pause the video here and take a couple of minutes to write these down. So we're going to jump straight into an example question because we've already learned how to read linear graphs. We're just applying this to real life models. So this scenario says water is pumped into a partially full tank. The graph gives the volume of water, V, in liters after t minutes. And on the graph you can see V is my y-axis, whereas t is the x-axis. V goes up and down, as we can see there. That is V, and that is t. Sorry about my wonky lines. Alright, so question A says how much water is in the tank at the start. So that's when t equals 0, or that's the y-intercept, or in this case the v-intercept here. So when t equals 0, we can see that it starts there. So that means the tank starts at 200 liters. That'll be your answer for question A. Alright, next one, question B. How much water is in the tank after 10 minutes? So I'm going to jump to the graph again, look at when t equals 10, that's here, and just go up until we hit the line. And we can see at 10 minutes, we're going to have 1,200 liters in the tank. So your answer there will be 1,200 liters there. Alright, so now moving on to question C. It says a tank holds 2,000 liters. How long does it take to fill? So this time I'm given this axis here. I'm giving the liters first, not the time. I'm trying to find the time here. So when it equals 2,000 liters, when volume is 2,000 liters, I can see that time, if I go down, time equals 18 minutes. So the answer to question C will be 18 minutes. Or in words, it takes 18 minutes to fill the tank to 2,000 liters. Question D, find the equation of the line in terms of V and T. So we've had a guide doing finding equations from linear graphs. So straight away I can see my y-intercept, or v-intercept in this case, which is going to be c and y equals mx plus c. So I'm going to replace c with 200 there. So I've already got y equals mx plus 200. So I should have changed my y and x to v and t. So that's the same as v equals mt plus 200. Remembering that your y-axis becomes your y, that one there. And now to find my gradient, just remember it's rise or run, just pick any 2 points. You can pick that one there and that one there. That's 0 to 100, whereas that one is 18 to 1000. So my gradient is going to be 2000 minus 200 over 18 minus 0, and put that into your CAS calculator like so, and that will give you a value of 100. So I know my gradient, or my m value, is going to be 100. So I'm only missing my m now, so I'm just going to put 100 into m, sorry. So that's going to be v equals 100t plus 200. That will be my equation for this graph. Moving on to question E, I'll do this on the left here. So use the equation to calculate the volume of water in the tank after 15 minutes. So I'm going to use this equation now. I'm given t, I'm given 15 minutes. I'm going to do v equals 100, bracket 15 plus 200. Once I've got that, I'm just going to work that out, put those values into your calculator. So your calculator should look something like this. Press enter and you get 1700. So after 15 minutes, you would have 1700 liters in your tank. And last one, question F, says what rate is the water pumped into the tank? That is, how many liters are pumped into the tank each minute. So remember that rate means your gradient. We found that out in part D here, and that can be seen there. So my rate is going to be 100, that's my number, and my unit is going to be liters per minute. Alright, so that's reading positive graphs. Let's have a look at reading negative ones here. So in this case, the value of new cars depreciates with time. The graph shows how the value, V in dollars, of a new car depreciates with time in t years. Alright, so what was the new value of the car when it was new? So straight off the bat, how much did the car cost? That's when time equals 0, and we can see that's about 27,500 because it's in between about halfway in between 25,000 and 30,000. So question A, I would say $27,500. Alright, question B, what was the value of the car when it was 5 years old? So I'm going to go to the graph to when t is 5, go all the way up, and I can see it's $15,000 at 5 years. Now question C, find the equation. So remembering that I can see the y-intercept straight away. We also found that in A. And I'm going to replace the y equals mx plus c. I'm going to replace y with v and x with t. So that becomes v equals mt plus c to start off. Because v is on my y-axis there, so that replaces y and y equals mx plus c. And continuing on here, I know my y-intercept, so I've got v equals mt plus 27,500. So all I need to do now is find m. And to find m, just pick any 2 points on the graph. Let's just go with 2 that's already picked for us. So m, rise over run, or y2 minus y1, and x2 minus x1. So this one, I'll start right there. That'll be 125,000, and that will be 15,000. Let's use those 2 points. So let's call y2 15,000 and y1 25,000. And x2 let's call 5, and that means x1 will be 1. So you've got that. Once you got that, just chuck that into your calculator. Your calculator should look something like that. Once you got that, just press enter and you get negative 2,500. That is my value for m. So I'm just going to put that straight into that equation. So that becomes v equals negative 2,500 t plus 27,500. So that is my equation there. And question D, at what rate does the value of the car depreciate with time? So remembering rate was my gradient, so that's that there. And that is how much does its value decrease each year? So that's going to decrease by $2,500 each year. So $2,500 per year. And we'll just write that in words there to make it a bit clearer. And last question, question E. When does the equation predict the car will have no value or zero value? So I could use the equation for this. I've got my equation there. I'm just going to replace v with 0. So I've got 0 equals negative 2,500t plus 27,500. I've noticed I made an error there. That says 275,000. I should get rid of 1 0 there. And once you've got that, you can work that out algebraically by getting t by itself. But remember, we've got our CAS calculators, put them to use. So once you've got that out, go onto Math 1 there on your keyboard, press solve, and just type that equation in exactly how it is. So 0 equals negative 2,500 t plus 27,500. And you have to tell the calculator you're solving for t. And enter, I get t equals 11. So this is my favorite function of the CAS calculator. Just saves you a lot of time. So therefore, for question A, it will be t equals 11 years. In words, your answer would be, it is predicted that the car will have no value in 11 years time. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all back online.